going on, guys? It's your boy Matt St. Jack. Whether you're an avid anime fan, a wee tadpole still finding your way, or anywhere in between, I'll be providing my opinions and insights on anime old and new. Think Yelp with help from friends and producers from other shows weighing in. I know you can't wait to hear, and I can't wait to tell, so let's get to it. This is Matt St. Jack with Anime Talk. Let's go.
I'm Bo Maddox.
I'm Robert Ortegon.
I'm Ashley Chancellor.
And I'm Frank Lourence.
And this is Collateral Cinema and...
And you want me to jump in?
Yeah, the Geek Peaks, yeah.
And Geek Freaks messing it up.
Welcome to Collateral Cinema, the only movie podcast that matters, where we focus on good movies, bad movies, and everything else in between in the world of cinema. We're podcasting straight from somewhere in South Texas, and yes, my friends, we are a 420-friendly podcast, so whatever you have, be it dabs, blunts, bongs, or joints, smoke it if you've got it. And welcome to the first episode of Bad Movie December, and also our annual Neil Breen episode. I'm so excited about this, man. I mean, I've been looking forward to this like pretty much since the beginning of the year. You know, since we did the last one, which was, I believe, I Am Here Now. And we are joined by Frank from Geek Freaks to discuss this movie. How are you doing, Frank?
I'm doing good. I am noticing, though, all of Neil's posters have the exact same shot of him. Like, he doesn't even invest in another shot of his own face.
Every single fucking one. It's amazing.
Well, that's appropriate because he plays the same, like, 2 or 3 characters, really.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they're all twins.
Yeah.
It's pretty much kind of indicative of his style for this particular movie. It's kind of very cut and paste kind of filmmaking here. And I mean, technically, more so here. I mean,
this movie is like mostly green screen. I mean, in we haven't seen Pass Through yet, but in his first 3 films, he mainly took advantage of practical effects and just filming on sets. And this movie, I think is like 70 or 80% green screen. It's just Neil Breen superimposed over stock footage and stock images with a few shots that were done on a college campus, I believe.
Yeah,
definitely community college.
It's a Nevada State College. That's what it is, actually. I've
been there.
I mean, yeah, that's what we immediately thought, right, Robert?
Yeah.
Was just that has state college or community college written all over it.
Definitely. I thought I was like, dude, is he at Northwest Vista or something?
Yeah, that would be our...
Reminds me of Vista, yeah.
Yeah, that would be our local community college, Northwest Vista.
But then I was like, is he in New Mexico?
No, he's in Nevada.
Nevada?
It's like, no, it's worse. He's in Nevada.
Yeah, New Mexico is basically the...
He always films in Nevada, doesn't he?
Yeah, every movie. I was like...
Yeah, well, he was a realtor in Las Vegas, from what I understand. So that's where he got his start, and before he started to bless us with the Breenius.
I mean, it all looks the same. New Mexico's pretty much the back door into Nevada, right?
It pretty much is, which is the back door into California, practically. Go. So, yeah. But, Frank, first of all, thanks for joining us. And second, what are your first impressions of this movie, especially when you first watched it?
Oh, God, great. What are my impressions? Is this a movie? That's what I was probably my first impression.
Right. I thought I was looking at Windows 9.
So awful. For real, yeah. This is a screensaver from Windows 95. It's one of those movies where I had to stop and I got to walk away for a little while, or else I'm just gonna get pissed off for no reason. It's that bad. Porn has a more satisfying ending. I mean, it's just so fucking terrible. It's hard to watch. It really is. Oh my god.
So, have you not watched any Neil Breen movies before this?
This is my first one, and I'm gonna get a spoiler alert. My last one. Yeah, I'm totally done. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, I can't do it.
Oh man, but you still have Double Down and Fateful Findings, and I Am Here Now.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
there
have
are
watched.
too many things on my to-do list that, I don't know, have merit than this thing.
I gotcha.
But this movie has a sequel.
Oh, thank God, because I have so many questions to need answering. So I can't wait to get to the sequel. What Dollar Tree did he go to get the beards and mustaches? I must know.
I mean, okay, so actually, I just found out about this the other day, but the sequel, Cade the Tortured Crossing, which had previously only showed at a film festival, was showing in select Draft House theaters just in August, I think. And including the ones in San Antonio, as you'd expect. We missed it. Of course, we hadn't seen Twisted Pair yet, so we would have needed to have
so I would
first. But
I would have went anyways. I mean, regardless, it's Neil Breen. No,
I don't think it would have mattered because it's all a stream of consciousness. I mean, for one thing, I don't think I could actually remember the plot of Double Down, and I've watched it probably 3 times over.
Oh, all of his movies are pretty much a blur to me at this point. We've done 4 of them now.
I get them mixed up like it's the same movie, really.
Yeah, we've done 4 years of the Breen, and I can't tell you what any of these movies are about. And this movie is even more convoluted somehow, but still very simple. I don't get it, how he can bridge that gap in such a way. It's like, I don't want to call him it's like he's competently incompetent. That's what I would call him.
Competently.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He kind of has the grasp of filmmaking, but he doesn't get filmmaking, you know? Y'all know what I mean?
And I think he just discovered green screen in this movie because...
Oh, yeah. Somebody got him eye stock for Christmas, and he just went crazy with those explosives.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think he knows a couple kids that go to the nearby college that's in film school. He's like, hey, guys, if you need help with your school program or whatever, I've got a medium budget. Because clearly I was a super charismatic realtor, so I made the bank. And let's go with these movies. It's written, directed. I'm looking at it right now. Written, directed, produced, all by Neil. What a baller. Oh, my God.
And just for context, Frank, not only does he write, direct, produce, and star in all of his films, but he also plays pretty much the same character and a half.
Yeah.
He's either got advanced and or supernatural abilities. I mean, in Double Down and Fateful Findings, he's a hacker.
Yeah.
With supernatural abilities.
Oh, my God.
In Pass Through and in I Am Here Now, he is literally God.
Yeah.
So I thought you meant as in Bruce Willis style, where he doesn't act very well or doesn't very act outside of being Bruce Willis. No, you're literally saying no, he's basically just a bad Dr. Manhattan every time. And so, yeah. Okay.
Practically, you know?
I like to think of it as a cinematic universe. You know, it's the Neil Breen cinematic universe.
It's the Breenaverse.
And
the Breenaverse.
It's the Breenaverse.
Exactly.
And we are waiting for the crossover Breen Infinity War.
Yeah. And then here's what you do: you get Tommy Wiseau, you get Derek Savage, and you get the guy that made Birdemic together, and you just make the ultimate crossover movie.
Birdemic.
Just the ultimate.
Derek Savage.
Just. Yeah, Derek Savage. Yeah, get Daddy Derek in this motherfucker. Exactly.
No, it's Cool Cat is the superhero.
Cool Cat is the superhero, followed by Johnny from The Room, and then
but in full vampire
vampire form.
Yeah.
He's pretty much the Morbius of this group.
And every variant of Neil Breen.
Yes, and a variant of Neil Breen. Exactly. He's just whatever
Sharknado
variant
could be
this
Thanos,
is.
I guess.
Yeah, no, there you go. Exactly. Sharknado can be Thanos. Just the Sharknado.
Perfect.
That's an absolute perfection of shit right there, right?
Who's got $50? We need to put this thing together.
$50? Oh, come on. We could get it together in $25. What are you talking about? I mean, shit.
They made the Batman for $20, remember?
Right. But the character that Neil plays in this is confounding, though. Apparently he was a human. He was born a twin brother, and then they were abducted by
Society.
They were
by
turned
society.
into
No,
AI.
it was by aliens.
Aliens, AIs,
Aliens, AI. I think it was an AI that.
extraordinary intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which apparently
That's-
humanoids to him means a different thing than just humanoid body style. He thinks it means some sort of alien or android. He probably thinks he means android. And then he and his twins, his twins didn't get the abilities very well. And so he's just ditched and
Okay, so
gets that beard.
here is
He gets that sweet beard that doesn't even connect to
Double the
his sideburns.
There's two of him. I mean, you can't get better than that. Double my pleasure.
Double the fun. I don't know.
Double the fun. Oh, double my pleasure.
Double my,
Remember that?
double my bubble.
Yeah, guys,
I just
I
have
don't know
clips
if
of it
you
running
know,
right
but
now, and
I've
it's
been
all
recording
just
this
him
whole
floating
podcast.
around on
The
a green
listeners
screen.
can't tell,
Like
but
his
I've been
feet never touch real
podcast,
ground.
Superimposed over a stock photo of a futon. This isn't actually me. Also, I'm deliberately covering my face with the mic because I'm just doing a voiceover, but my mouth isn't actually moving. There you go. There you go.
So you're pulling
Oh
a
my
Kirk
God.
Cameron Saving Christmas with the mugs and everything? That what you're doing? Yeah, just with the microphone?
No, but seriously, why doesn't his mouth move? Is it is he telepathically talking, or did Neil Breen just not care? And I could see several moments in this film where he genuinely didn't care. He flubs on screen and he just keeps rolling with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're not sure if it's inner dialogue, a narrator,
Or gnosis,
he's
which is
magic.
why they all make
It's one of those three things, and they all make perfect sense. So you don't know which one to go with.
I know, right? It's amazing because his abilities in this movie.
He's
I
auditioning to
guess
be
it's
the
almost
next
like
Superman.
Kryptonian, right, Robert?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like Superman, the Man of Steel too. Yeah.
James Gunn, he wants to shake it up. You never know.
Oh, was he Henry Cavill running in there with those soldiers?
Honestly, I would respect the fuck out of James Gunn if he cast Neil Breen as a cameo. I would respect the fuck out of him, or Tommy Wiseau.
I could see cameos of him, yeah.
Just have him and Lloyd Kaufman.
Oh man.
Could you imagine that? That would be amazing.
We'll just do the actual Tommy Wiseau Joker as an alternate
Oh,
universe.
Oh my
Just
god,
there we
that's
go.
an alternate
Cameo.
variant of the Joker. What?
For real.
Oh my god.
That actually would be
That's
tough.
revelatory. It's funny that we keep on coming up with these versions of the Avengers just with shitty movie directors. Maybe we can get the guy that made the Love Guru in there. Well, no, get Michael Myers in there, right?
Mike Myers.
As the Love Guru.
Hey, look, I respect Love Guru more than this thing.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
Guru, I'm chuckling on. They had effort behind it. I think the only person who had effort in this is Breen himself. Everybody else was just he's giving me $20 and I got a free afternoon. What the hell?
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't be surprised if the homeless guy is an actual homeless man.
Oh, I think that the change he's dropping in there is the pay for the day. There's no doubt.
That's his pay, exactly. And he gets to keep the fake rats that are right next to him inexplicably. What was that? Why are there fake rats?
They're his friends. Yeah.
They're his buddies,
I don't
right?
know. Okay.
Halloween
Yeah,
decorations
seriously.
that went on sale. I don't know.
There are so many things I don't know. Chief of which is what the fuck was going on with his girlfriend? Like what was that? He comes at her,
1000%.
basically assaults her, and then I wasn't
Right.
sure if it was him or the twin at this point, because the twin hadn't been fully introduced yet with the beard and everything. So I thought maybe there's a switcheroo somehow, and then I thought, once she just comes to and she just accepts it, I thought like maybe he brainwashed her and that was one of her powers. But ultimately, I think that like they're just a couple and they're just into that shit. It's all role playing.
Yeah.
I
That's the
don't
thing,
know.
It's
Role playing, foreplay.
That's what I think it is. And it's so crazy because there's that fake rape scene, let's be honest, where he's assaulting her in the apartment. She has a readily available, kind of put together picture to put over his head. And then it's like, ha ha ha, this is how we're into it. And I'm like, do you guys just randomly pick up paintings for this event that you guys do every time?
Yeah, you like assault each other? Like, really?
do they go down
Yeah,
to like
it
the?
makes no sense.
Do they just go buy random art from like the farmer's market just for this particular reason? Just for their
think so,
sick
yeah.
fantasies? It's like Jesus Christ.
Role playing, I guess.
But that's the thing about Neil Breen is the way that he writes relationships in his movies. It's like not very healthy, needless to say. I mean, like just remember
No.
like Fateful Findings and his neighbor and everything. You know, I can't believe he committed suicide.
Can't believe it.
Oh, that whole thing.
I can't believe you committed suicide.
Hey, but did y'all finally know something with these computers?
Oh yeah, that's right. There's no
were
laptops in
on?
this movie.
They were all turned on, yeah.
They were all turned on, and there's no laptops in this movie.
Because
he
they're
even made
stock
a point.
photos.
There's stock photos of computers.
Dude, he
Yeah.
was
So-
breaking into Skynet to try to shut down Skynet.
Incidentally, speaking of, before we started Twisted Pair, we were watching Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Those are the weirdest thing. We just happen to be watching two AIs, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up, right? Like we're already watching one movie about the dangers of encroaching AI, and I guess this is Neil Breen's version of the dangers of encroaching AI.
What a weird
so-
coincidence, dude. Like,
Yeah,
I just
right?
have those weird feelings. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I hadn't even seen the movie yet. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, hey, let's go over just some of the scenes of this movie that, I think stand out the most. The first one that comes to mind for me is the boardroom. That is so awkward and so off-putting, but I can't stop watching these people just spout random phrases over and over and over. None of it
Programmable virtual reality.
programmable
Yeah.
virtual reality, programmable DNA.
All in test tube and syringes.
This is very serious.
Very serious. This is the biggest thing since
Oh,
9/11,
God.
guys.
We
The
we
way he
have
walks through a
evidence.
room, God, it just
I know.
hurts my soul.
What's the other one? It's like we have evidence of terrorist and cyber attacks.
We have the documents.
We have the documents
and the files of
It's
corruption.
like I'm trying to think of what Neil's thought process was when he wrote that scene and when they were filming it. Because honestly,
You know what it's like? It's like, you know when Freddie got figured whenever he's trying to act like he actually knows about stocks and business?
oh
This
yes.
is
Oh
down
my
to
God,
board
dude.
Meetings. This is what Neil Breen thinks board meetings go like.
Yeah, I was Bo.
Wow.
I think Bo was saying. I think he just has like a thesaurus. He just says like random shit. He thinks
Yeah.
it sounds smart or
Exactly. He just has a thesaurus and is just putting random words together and throwing them on the wall and seeing what sticks.
I mean,
And
I've seen that with people I work with. I'm like, they pretend like they know what they're talking about.
yeah, I know, right?
Just-
And that's what this feels like. I mean, it's like these are literally people pretending to know what they're talking about, but they don't. And
Yeah.
but he brings up AI a lot in this movie, and a lot of the scenes with the Shutterstock stock footage, a lot of that a lot of those are very much he goes over like just random facts about AI. It feels like it's like he literally just went online, looked up a bunch of facts, and just generic facts about the advent of AI technology, and he just strings a bunch of words together. And
I thought he was trying to redo James Cameron's movie with his brother being like the T-1000 and he's the T-800 or something too.
Yeah.
It'd be more
If
cool
this
though.
was
if he
made
actually,
today, I would assume he used ChatGPT for it. Like, if we're being honest, he probably used AI to write this shit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, might as well now.
I
Shit.
thought about that. I was like, Lord help us if Neil Breen ever discovers the usefulness of AI like he did with green screen, and he just
you mean that? You mean his movies might actually become more coherent? Is that what'll happen?
I think it'd be more weirder if it actually made sense, though.
Yeah. So fun fact. I actually today I texted Bo and Robert this. I actually asked ChatGPT to write a Neil Breen film, and somehow it ended up coming out more coherent than Neil Breen's actual film.
Exactly.
It's like the
That was
test
my
you do for robots to see if they're real robots or not. Is you ask them to make a Neil Breen movie, and if it makes sense towards the end, you're like, nope, the damn thing's a robot. You can't trust it. Yeah,
Exactly. No, I mean, should we just start teaching our like ChatGPT just to be like Neil Breen? Like, is that possible?
No, I need to be able to use ChatGPT as a functional tool. I don't need it to do that. No, I'm good.
I don't know. I just like thinking of ways to troll technology because it's funny.
Yeah.
I would literally find a way to do that just
That would
because
be
it's
the
funny
way.
to me. Exactly. That is the way.
You gotta
Oh
pay
my
the troll
God.
toll, right?
Pay the troll toll. Exactly.
You gotta get by us.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing that I'm trying to grasp is, is this movie pro AI? Is it anti AI? I mean, is it advocating for it?
Even at the end, he was like E.T. Remember, he was like, phone home or I'll be right here or something, right?
Just remember, I'll be right here on his tapping on his.
And I was like, is he an extraterrestrial
Yeah. What
now,
was
dude?
I don't know.
That was funny, dude.
There's just nothing but random After Effects in this movie. That's all that it is. Just random versions of After Effects and stock photos and stock video.
I will say that his movies have a lot more narrative cohesion than they used to, if you can actually believe it. There is some semblance of cohesion, and you actually kind of remember the plot of, say, like Fateful Findings or Twisted Pair. But like his early stuff, I Am Here Now and Double Down, like you just notice it's even more like vague and stream of consciousness. So
Yeah, this movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
This movie, I kind of get what you're saying there, but like I feel that it's kind of the inverse, sort of, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, back to some of the scenes regarding AI. I mean, I fail to grasp what the point is. It's like, Neil, come on, have a point with these movies, man. It's like you try to have some type of message there. Yeah, I get it. It's like, but I mean, this time around, I don't know what the message is, dude.
I mean, I still respect the man because he follows us on Twitter.
He does follow us on Twitter, and we thank him for that. We
I thank you
respect
for
him.
that. We respect
Yeah,
you that
that's dope, that's
you
dope.
you did make a movie. It's actually hard to put a movie together.
Do you think it's something to do with like trying to keep the humanity into AI? Because there is a thing where like I think his brother lost the humanity side of things, and the main character is still like he loves his wife, although his wife was part of that secret society or whatever it was. I can't remember what the hell that was called.
I think they're
just watched it.
aliens.
I
Yeah,
think it's
see,
aliens. I think it's probably the people who abducted him.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
when they go into the Windows 95, it looks like Rendlesham Forest. like they're fucking aliens, dude.
Absolutely.
I said this was more coherent, not that it actually was, okay? Mind you.
Oh, of course, man. I mean, we're not going to, deceive anybody in saying that this movie makes any kind of sense. Even if it does have more of a plot and more coherence. It's only just so. Only just a little bit so.
Just a bit.
And I mean, like we were talking about, ChatGPT. It's like, no, ChatGPT is too rational to make something anywhere close to a Neil Breen movie. Like seriously, this transcends AI right here. This is transcendent writing, right, Robert?
Yeah. It makes me want to watch every film, though. I mean,
Yeah. And like any good bad movie, like The Room, there are just decisions in the script that make no sense. You don't understand why they're there. Why have her in the first place? Why have that whole setup where we think he's like some creep that's following her and assaulting her and breaking into her home? Why do they do that whole thing? And then with their relationship later, why does he have her get jealous watching him interact with his twins girl, only to reveal her as a secret agent? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There's all these just plot threads that just kind of go nowhere, and some of them may be due to the fact that there's a planned sequel to this. I mean, after all, we don't really get any kind of conclusion for what happens with Kale. I'm assuming that that's tied up in the next film, but
Yeah.
But even so, there's just so many loose threads throughout it. But that's also what makes something like this so endearing, because it has that quality. And also because, Neil Breen's been doing this since, 2005? And he's every bit as sincere.
Yeah, I mean, it's only natural that there's going to be loose threads in this movie because, I mean, the plot is just so convoluted here. I mean, we're still, this is almost like 30 minutes on this episode now, and we're still trying to figure out what the fuck this movie is about.
the Cult of the Thorn.
The Cult of the Thorn. Yeah, that's another thing. It has the man in black who's like Cult of the Thorn and everything from Fateful Findings.
So
It's
technically, that Cult of the Thorn guy would be the Shape too, right?
I guess he would.
It'd be like, yeah, it would be a Shape.
It's like, holy shit, everything just goes back to Halloween, right?
Halloween, the Curse of Michael Myers.
It's the Curse of Michael Myers.
Everything's
man.
part 6. I don't know why.
Yeah, is this a Halloween movie?
But then he drops that flower like he's Bruce Wayne, leaving a flower for his parents,
Oh, yeah, exactly. Holy shit.
I don't know. Where,
At the very least, the guns actually have muzzle flashes now. They still don't have quite the intended effects. I mean, there's that one scene where he shoots those guys in the shoulder, but there's no bullet hole, there's no blood. But hey, there's at least a muzzle flash.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Kale. That's his twin brother, and he goes on a little bit of a vigilante crusade against businessmen, which is a recurring theme in Neil Breen's work. He does not particularly like big corporate businessmen, or, I mean, I guess he might be kind of anti-capitalist. I don't know.
corporate corruption.
Yeah, he's always trying to expose corporate corruption and government secrets and whatnot.
The files and the documents.
Using laptops that are broken. Broken
Yeah,
laptops everywhere.
And DirecTV satellite dishes hooked up to his car.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this movie hits a lot of the similar beats in Neil Breen's work. But what's interesting to me about this movie is that, I mean, you could tell that he's really, really, really trying.
My name is Cade. I have an identical twin brother, Kel. Then one day it all changed. There was a bright light in the sky and time stood still. We were both selected. The pure majesty of nature.
Programmable virtual reality, the corrupt version.
a limitless digital universe, connecting all shared virtual reality. Digital tribes. I miss what I never knew.
I'll take you out to dinner.
Leave me alone. I have a boyfriend.
Let's have
Get out of my
let's
face.
have a
Leave
drink.
me
Let's
alone.
have a drink.
Leave me alone.
Let's have
I
a
have
drink.
a boyfriend.
I'll meet
Get
you
out of my
back here
face.
at 8 o'clock. I miss my brother. I'm with you. Programmable matter. Kuz's biological mutant warfare plans must be stopped. Who am I? What am I?
It's a killer with unidentifiable DNA?
In AI, fright and interest are not far from each other. Things can become real in your mind. I trust you completely, and you believe things you wouldn't ordinarily believe.
Who's there?
Justice is served. This is where we bring you all to rot and die.
Kate, I will love you for all eternity.
We will live in a virtual metaverse, a virtual universe, living in our own world every day. Everyone has the right to love and peace. I'll be right here.
But yeah, this movie is so convoluted, but somehow it's simple at the same time. I mean, you can follow a plot line, you know. There is some plot to this, but it's just layered in so much of Neil's it's just so covered in all of the Neil Breenisms that, I mean, you can't make sense of what is what here. Like what organization is he working for? It's assumed that he's like some kind of spy or something. Like there's even like an M that he reports to, that older lady.
Oh yeah.
You know, who she gives him the orb. She's like programmable virtual reality.
In the palm of my hand.
In the palm of your hand. Corrupted version.
What exactly is their purpose or goal?
Right, yeah. What is the point? Like, are they trying to hunt down the technology? Are they trying to help it? I don't know what's going on with that stuff.
Right. Like there's no like clear like motivation. We don't actually know what this organization stands for. That's the beauty of it, is that, and Breen is kind of always very vague and ambiguous like that. You know, it's like, you know, when the villains of Fateful Findings are essentially all the corporations and greedy, corrupt people. Like that's it. Who do, you know, and in this case it's what, cyber and terror attacks. That's their buzzword this time.
Cyber terrorism. Yeah.
There's always cyber terrorism in his movies, though. And most of the time he is the cyber terrorist.
Yeah.
Well, that plus AI. So I think one side's team AI, and the other side's probably trying to like maybe steer AI in a different direction, or maybe it's make sure it doesn't get in the wrong hands. Probably that one. I think it's probably that one. Yeah.
But yeah, probably.
We don't know. There's no clear moral. And Bo, you you were mentioning how this movie doesn't seem to have a clear message, unlike previous films, which at least, were railing against corporatism and greed, or, having something to say about the environment. But this, I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know if he knows.
I don't think Neil even knows. I don't think he even knows what his movies are about. They're just about things. That's what his movies are about. They're about things that he's against, and things that just happen to his character. That's all that it is. It's just things.
Shit happens.
Things happen. The movie. That's a Neil Breen movie. And of course, I say that with all due respect, but it's like I think that's the most striking part of his style. I mean, and like you said, Ash, the fact that he really does believe that he believes that he is an elite filmmaker, and so he is an elite filmmaker, in my opinion. He willed it into being. Yeah, he actually got a style together that's unique and that's all his own. I mean, I can't necessarily disrespect that. I can question it.
Honestly, yeah, I was like, dude, I'd drop everything I'm doing to make one of these films with his guy.
Oh yeah, dude, I would love to be in one of his movies.
I'd quit my job and be like, dude, no, let's do this.
All we would have to do is just, shout indeterminate non sequiturs, random phrases over and over again in a cadence just like this, or something like that.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm an American.
Stupid. Oh my God.
Where are you?
If I saw him filming near my house, I'd probably call the police for a disturbance. I would not try to join it. I would straight up Karen that shit. There's no way I'm jumping in on that mess.
For real.
Hell no. For real.
Yeah, I mean, even if
But another scene that I love. Go ahead, Ash.
I was going to say, even if there is no message, it does meet the common underlying theme of Neil Breen's movies, that the Breenius is a force that cannot be resisted. All right? You're just, resistance is futile against Breenius in whatever form it is, whether he's God imposing his will, or he's a hacker with all of the government and corporate secrets, or he's a AI humanoid twin with superpowers. Doesn't matter. Nobody resists it. He is a force of change in whatever universe he's in.
I still don't get what the hell is an AI humanoid. What even is that?
A cyborg? I don't know.
No, a cyborg is a cyborg is a person with a lot of cybernetic attachments to their body.
You're still human.
They're still human, but they have robotic parts. This is an AI humanoid.
Extraordinary. So he's an alien too. Extraordinary intelligence.
But he's not. He's not. He was abducted when he was a child with his brother, and they were turned into AI humanoids.
They cloned him. I don't know.
They cloned him? Is he a clone?
I was telling you, there's going to be a bunch of them later, like Mr. Smith's in one movie.
in the Matrix.
There's just going to be a bunch of clones, dude.
Oh my God. Oh God, no.
They killed those little boys, and they just rewrote. They wrote AI based off of their brainwaves or something.
Something like that.
No, you're right. That was stock footage from something else.
Kinda actually makes some sense.
Yeah, very creepy stock footage, I might add, of those kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the like the little twin boys. It's just that's just too perfect, too perfectly made. It's like it's obvious that Neil Breen did not make these shots, but. But hey, to his credit, he found a way to use them in a narrative sense. I mean, you got to give him credit.
And made a feature out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, like for instance that Shutterstock video of the inside of that private jetliner. Like, how about that? I mean, he's obviously superimposed over it, and then that lady randomly comes in, like. Then that's actually part of the original Shutterstock video is the lady in the back. That's not an actress that he hired.
You can tell when he's not really sitting back. It's just like
he's not sitting back. He's obviously just superimposed over the fucking chair. and he just has that same look on his face, and he's just sitting there. He's just like, "Yep, this is great.
It's another Neil Breen movie.
This is Neil Breen. This is a Neil Breen film."
Hijack Ric Flair's jet.
Exactly.
Ric Flair's jet. What? Oh my God! What happens on Ric Flair's jet, Robert?
Stays on Ric Flair's jet.
Oh my God! Oh Lord!
Right.
We're not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Oh yeah, we want to go on those allegations, but yeah, we're good.
But anyway, like, what's up with the Bond villain dude with the low voice?
With the diamonds.
With the diamonds. He's like, "Diamonds are forever, Mr. Bond."
They're bad.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Why is he caressing those diamonds like that?
Took him off of Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx.
Okay. You know what I thought about that was like, he always takes the fucking bowl of diamonds with him everywhere he goes. Like, he has to just show everybody that he's rich and greedy. Like it's just so funny. He's like fiddling with
Blood diamonds.
The diamonds are a person. Like, you see a person turn into the diamonds. One of the fairy lady turns into diamonds. So I think he's caressing like his wife.
Oh, the blue fairy, right? Was it the green fairy? The blue fairy? Green fairy.
What was with the fairy? What was that? What does that have to do with anything?
Why is that something that I was seeing?
They're looking for Haley Joel Osment, dude.
Why is there a fairy in this movie?
Because Pinocchio's around. I don't know. Maybe
Is
Neil
this
Breen's Pinocchio. Maybe one of those.
Is this Pinocchio?
I don't know.
Is this movie supposed to be Pinocchio, guys?
Like, the idea of still looking for Haley Joel Osment is still there, though. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Different fairy, though. I don't know. Extraordinary intelligence AI.
Yeah. Programmable AI intelligence.
Should have just left the trail of Reese's Pieces, dude. I don't know.
That's how you catch him. It's like, ooh, piece of candy.
Probably.
Ooh, piece
Look
of
at the
candy.
woods. Look at the woods. Just leave a trail.
Programmable
in the
Oh my
window,
God.
in the Windows
virtual
95. right?
reality.
Oh wow, this corrupted version.
Yeah, make sure to add corrupted version.
See, I mean, that's all that we have to do to make a Neil Breen script is put random phrases and words together. That's all we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Mad Libs, right?
Just gotta make yourself sound smarter than somebody else.
Yeah, just grab a thesaurus and you're good.
Isn't all virtual reality programmable since it is programmed?
Absolutely.
So, like,
We were saying that, like, yeah, technically,
exactly.
virtual reality has to be
Just
programmed.
like everybody in this movie is a humanoid.
exactly.
But then you see like the VRs from like PlayStation 5. There's like VR sets all over the like 4 guys, right?
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah,
that's
no
the other
kidding.
thing.
And I'm like, dude, those are like half the
They
console.
could afford 4 actors, but only 3 VR headsets, and the other guy had to bring his sunglasses.
Go figure.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, those are like each one of those are expensive.
I mean, Neil Breen can't even afford a convincing looking beard, to be fair. So,
The beard, though, looks great compared to the mustaches, which I'm pretty sure was Scotch tape with like some hair smashed on it and put onto both one of the victim in the middle, and like I think one of the cops or something like that. Yeah, it was just, I know, which I was like, I think that's the same actor. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's something else.
Oh, it's like sleepaway camp level mustachery right
with
there.
Scotch tape,
No, that
clearly.
was literally like electrical tape in sleepaway camp with a
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that wasn't fooling anybody, but neither was that either. I mean, it's like, what the hell?
Might as well use shoe polish. You can paint one on. I don't know.
I know, right?
Make it all-
Just paint on a fucking mustache.
Paint it on, dude.
You can even add the little twirl and everything. It'll look dainty.
You taped hair right behind Scotch tape.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh my god, this movie. I mean,
truly a
I don't
movie.
know, guys. I mean, I'm still. It's truly a movie. I'm trying to grasp like where it's supposed to be going. Like, yeah, there was a plot, but it's like the plot is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. I mean, what was the message here, Neil? It's like, what were you trying to say with this movie?
just to let everybody know that AI is coming. Or, I don't know.
AI. I mean, that's what's weird about this movie, that it's actually more prescient now than ever with, Chat GPT and or that silly Grok shit on Gronk or whatever on Twitter, X, Bird app, whatever. It's like, I mean, was Neil Breen trying to warn us? I mean, is life going to become a Neil Breen movie if we let the AI take over?
Clocking out if that's the case.
Well, he is the Messiah, so.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right about that. He's Seth Rollins, basically. Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Messiah. The Monday Night Messiah.
The Monday Night Messiah. Oh, God. Oh, my God. What if we got Neil Breen involved in a wrestling angle? Like, just get him on AEW and have him go against Danhausen or something like that?
He needs to do a RoboCop movie.
I'm saying Breen would be really good as like a hype man for AEW or WWE. He'd come out and be like, this is his twin brother that has, clone technology, virtual reality, digital corrupt version. And like he would be a fun, the crazy lunatics out here to hype up his wrestler right now. You throw some random eye patch on some wrestler you already know, and all of a sudden it's the twin brother. Like if it's like, I don't know, The Rock, but with an eye patch. And boom, a whole new character. I'd be into that.
Absolutely. No, but the thing is, you have to let Neil write it. You have to let him write the actual storyline.
We can get James Ellsworth in there.
Get him into the writing room. Get him into the AEW writing room and have him just write an angle for like Danhausen or something crazy like that. But yeah, man, I could totally see Neil Breen as getting involved in some type of wrestling promotion. So yeah, Neil, if you're listening, you should totally try that. That would be absolutely classic.
Yeah,
it would be. I mean, it would almost be like Neil Breen writing a play, right? Oh my God, could you imagine if Neil Breen wrote a play?
Man, for Broadway.
For Broadway.
Oh my God.
Or somebody turned like Fateful Findings into a Broadway show.
Oh my God.
Hey, I mean, they can do it to Evil Dead. They can do it to this movie. That's the way I see it. Anyways,
The Breenverse, bro.
The Breenverse. But yeah, anyways, I'm at a loss for words here, guys. I mean, this movie is just so baffling that I don't know. Is there anything else to be said here? I mean, honestly, what else is there to really say about this movie? We may as well just start getting into final thoughts now because I'm baffled. I'm just completely baffled by this. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this movie other than praise the Breenius, Praise Breen. It's like we need to make Breenism an actual religion. And I would totally join it, and I would enjoy the fuck out of church if that was the case.
Church?
Yes, I would enjoy.
So, what would you guys do with these movies?
I would put them in the National Film Registry as important works of art.
Me too. I mean, I'd make it a Neil Breen night, like a blockbuster night,
Exactly. Yeah.
You have to.
You have to.
And with watching one of them, I feel like you just got to go from one to the next,
Right.
Like, just, I don't know, man. They're hilarious, but I don't know.
Well, yeah. What else is there to say about this movie? We should just go ahead and get into our final thoughts. We'll go ahead and start with Frank. Frank, go ahead. What are your final thoughts on this?
So I'm not sure if this movie is just bad or good bad, but there's also the caveat that I personally don't care for movies that are generally like even good bad. I love Guru aside, but I'm not entirely sure. I think there's a lot. I think this movie would be fun to watch in a filmmaking class to see like what he did right and wrong, because I think there's plenty of things like he learned and he tried, and it's like, oh, that's an interesting move. There are many other things that are not that way. So it's like, and I like that with Neil, like you guys are talking about, like you see him learning and growing in every movie. And I mean, shit, who knows? Maybe 10 years from now, he's making something that's, outstanding, but we're along for the ride. He's showing us his progress as he goes. And it's interesting.
It really is, I mean, yeah, you do kind of see him get better with every movie a little bit.
There's a little bit of competence.
Just, there's other things that pop up that just kind of... Yeah, there's competence. Like I said earlier, his movies are competently incompetent.
Yeah.
That's the best way that I can put it. But Ash, go ahead.
So... if nothing else, this movie that's just straight up like 70 or 80% Neil Breen superimposed over stock footage or stock imagery. If it does nothing else, it's an inspiration. It's a message that anyone can make a film.
Yeah, I like that.
Definitely.
So, I will say Twisted Pair so far out of Neil Breen's films that I've seen has the most narratively cohesive script. And that's not saying much. But out of everything so far, there is a little bit more of a plot here, even if it does suffer from the classic trope of good bad cinema of just including pointless scenes and starting plot threads that go nowhere. But that's what makes me enjoy it all the more. It's funny because there are some aspects of Neil Breen's filmmaking that are getting better over time, somewhat, marginally. But I do feel like he is getting a little lazier.
He's not taking
A little bit.
Usually takes his movies all the way out in the desert, right?
Usually, and once again, in his original pitch for this movie, he said like there's not going to be any desert, there's not going to be any there's not going to be any laptops or anything like that. It's going to be completely different. And so he just went to Nevada State College and filmed.
Which is cool. I mean,
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I think that we could probably utilize
So he tried something different.
yeah,
He did.
yeah.
I mean, and that's why, I mean, I can't completely rag on Neil, because he really is showing that he's trying,
Yeah, I mean, dude, I like this guy. I like watching this guy. It's a good time every time.
Hey, it was entertaining, right?
Yeah, last night was the first time I watched it, and I watched it like 4 times already.
Well, on that note, let's go ahead and get your final thoughts, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, there's still like 3 of these movies I hadn't even seen yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
But crap, man, I feel like watching them one after another. Anyway, Twisted Pair, it makes me just want to go out and film my own thing. Just trying to use all the natural lighting that you can in all the community. Maybe like a high school, community colleges, like maybe state college. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, it makes you want to cut your own short film or some sort of feature together. And yeah, don't use stock footage and don't pretend you're Superman. Maybe, I don't know. But
Yeah, there was a lot of that in this movie. And I got to give him credit for trying some new effects and everything.
But that was cool. Like you said, everything's like Ash and I were pointing it out. Like everything, even the miniature effect was like stock footage for something else too. Though, right?
It was.
It really was, right? Like,
Oh my God, it really was.
but miniature effects are cool though, man. Like even just watching the first Die Hard, watching that.
Oh, we were watching Terminator 2 last night, and that of course, has some amazing miniature effects.
Practical effects.
Practical miniatures and everything.
Switching from the actual AI robot and then back to the actor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is they did in part 1 too.
Once again, really crazy that we were watching Terminator 2 of
That's
all
weird
movies
shit.
before we watched this movie, and they're both practically about AI.
Dude,
It's
there's
like,
something wrong with me, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's very, very prescient.
Yeah, it's weird. But I wouldn't throw this movie away. I wouldn't say it's like bad after watching The Room, and I don't know. I think he genuinely, I don't know. Tim and Tommy Wiseau are on the same level to me, though. I wouldn't throw them both away. And yeah, it's just a fun time watching, man. I wish I had my own screening just for all these movies too.
Absolutely. It would be a fun night. Anyway, as for my final thoughts, programmable virtual reality.
Programmable virtual reality.
Corrupted version. Programmable DNA.
So, and we can harness all this in a PS5 VR, right?
It's like virtually intensive artificial intelligence. Damn.
It's a lot of words.
But anyway,
This could be a beat poem.
I know, right? But anyway, Neil, why were there two moons, Neil?
We're on planet Namek.
Neil, why was there a...
The two moons was in another movie, too.
It was, you're right.
Yeah.
Neil.
I think it was I Am Here Now.
You're right. Neil, why was there a fairy? Why was there a fairy, Neil? What was the fairy? Why did the dude with the bloody hands like to pet his bowl of diamonds?
Blood diamonds.
Is he going to pour milk into that bowl and eat them, Neil? Is that what he's going to do? Neil, why did you use the same explosion effect over and over and over again?
Because we was playing Doom at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, why doesn't the beard connect to the sideburns, Neil?
Trying to get a new look.
Once again, and lastly, Neil, why, Neil? Why?
Porque.
Just porque. Why?
Why?
It's like, I mean, this is so, it's so incomprehensible, but I just can't stop watching it, you know? I can't stop watching it, and that to me is filmmaking in its purest form, you know?
It is pure.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, we've reviewed this man's movie. We reviewed this man's movie 4 times on this podcast already, and every time I'm just blown away by it. I'm just more and more blown away by him because there's just nothing else like this. Like maybe the closest thing I could think of when it comes to pure, like, you know, passionate filmmaking other than maybe The Room, is probably Who Killed Captain Alex out of Wakaliwood. You know? Like, it's... And I think that's what makes his movies endearing, is that he was just a realtor not too long ago. Before he started all this, he was just a realtor in Las Vegas. And then he blessed us with these movies. And it's inspirational, and it really speaks to, you know, what filmmaking is all about. It's like, yeah, it's convoluted. Yeah, it may not be very technically proficient. I mean, it's almost kind of punk rock in a way, because he's just utilizing what he has to make something interesting. So I can't say it's good. I can't say it's bad. It's like Neil Breen just is someone who is probably one of the more important filmmakers in this country. So, I mean, don't at me.
He is a force of nature.
He is. He's a force of nature. He is disappointed in us.
The alpha and the omega.
The alpha and the omega. And he is disappointed in humankind.
Hey,
but he still gives them.
Scorsese?
Yeah.
Kubrick?
Uh-huh. Never
heard of him.
But Neil Breen.
This is hurting me
Who's
to hear
that
this
guy?
shit, by the way.
Spielberg?
But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is cinema in its purest form. And you need to watch these movies.
Yeah, with the actor strike nowadays, this is cinema, you know.
Oh, yeah, and with the actor strike, definitely. And also the quality of a lot of, you know, the MCU shows.
There you go.
I mean, shit. But yeah, Neil Breen, thank you for this movie.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you do. And please keep releasing movies. Please keep getting better.
Keep making these movies. Actually hire me and Bo. And
yeah. We want to be in your movie, Neil.
Yeah, I'll hold the camera. I'll act. I'll do whatever.
Yeah. Seriously, I'll hold the boom mic. We'll help out. Like seriously, hire us, Neil.
Bring us on board. Take us to Nevada. Let's get out there.
Yeah, let's get out to Nevada.
Bring us on to the writing table, please.
Exactly. Yes,
please. We can. I mean, we can just make it happen. We can make it work. We need to get Neil Breen to guest host on the podcast.
Reach out to him.
I bet we could.
That would be legendary. We should. Yes, he follows us on Twitter. Maybe we should. That would be amazing.
We should. We got to get Neil.
Yeah, we're not knocking your movies. We appreciate everything you do.
Exactly. But anyway, that is our review of Neil Breen's Twisted Pair. And what a movie it was.
My favorite part was whenever he just breened all over everybody.
He breened over everything. He was just like, it's breening time, and he just breened.
The morb, bro.
he just breened to the morbs.
The
He
morbs.
breened all over the place.
He
Breened everywhere, dude.
he breened the morbs and then Kagura'd the botchies. So that's what he did. But anyway, this is now the part where we start plugging everything, and we always let our guest hosts plug first. So Frank, Geek Freaks podcast, plug away.
Yeah, just Google Geek Freaks. We're on there. You can check out our website as the latest in geek news. We have 11 podcasts under our banner. Just Google Geek Freaks. You'll find them all.
Excellent. Yeah, and I'm sure you're on all the podcast apps and everything. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right on. And Ash, what is going on with Collateral Gaming?
Alrighty. Well, by the time this comes out, we should, operative key term should, finally have part 2 of Spider-Man 2 out. We're supposed to have it out in November, but yeah, as long as we get it out this week, we're good. And then, let's see, after that, this is Zelda month, so we'll be talking Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, and expect our holiday episode on The Grinch, the video game. So that's what's coming up through the end of the year. We'll likely be having a year-end review episode coming out soon on both podcasts, where we kind of review any of the new games and movies that came out this year that we weren't able to cover on our game launch or at the movies episodes.
Just to jump in real quick, just a quick question. Have you done movie tie-in video games yet? Like the Lord of the Rings ones or the Star Wars ones?
Yeah, we've done an episode on that.
We have done a few movie tie-ins. In fact, the last one we did was the Super Mario Brothers movie. We also did the original Super Mario Brothers movie. We've done Mortal Kombat, both of them, the original and the reboot. What else have we done, Bo? That we've marketed as crossover episodes.
Oh, the Resident Evil stuff?
Well, what I'm thinking of is the tie-in video game, more particularly. So, like how they would come out with a Star Wars one with each of the prequel movies, or they would come out with like the Lord of the Rings ones are famously good.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh, we did Lego Star Wars. We did the new one.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, yeah, I think one time we actually did an episode. We did like a bonus round episode where we focused on the game tie-ins to movies, right, Bo?
Yeah, that's right. We did. Yeah, we talked a little bit about like Die Hard and Nightmare on Elm Street and classics. Oh yeah, yeah. Talked about stuff like that.
Yeah. So we did kind of a movie tie-in game recommendations. So, but yeah, I'd definitely love to delve into that more, as more, games come out that are tie-ins with movies that you don't see as much anymore, or just go back and review some of the classics like you were saying. Like that's a great idea. And something I definitely want to do more of, more crossover content. We're actually going to be kind of like doing a Collateral Media crossover event with, anime, essentially, when we do kind of a 2-part crossover with the Naruto franchise. So doing a Naruto movie and a Naruto game.
Collateral Anime.
You guys should start an anime podcast and bring it over to the Geek Freaks Network, because we need somebody who knows more about anime.
I
gotcha.
I know about, some of the ones that I really care about.
Yeah, that's how I am. Yeah.
I'm an old school anime nerd, so I like disavow most all of the weeb shit nowadays. So yeah, I'm one of the OGs. I was watching Vampire Hunter D and Ninja Scroll back in the day, Rurouni Kenshin, shit like that. But yeah, that's good, Ash. Excellent. As for Collateral Cinema, our next episode is going to be on the 2006 version of The Wicker Man starring Nicolas Cage. And we're going to be joined by Dads from the Crypt podcast on that one.
Nice. That was my pick.
But yeah, that was your pick, exactly. And that's going to be a lot of fun because, not the bees and all that good stuff. That's going to be interesting to get into. Because that movie is batshit insane. It's one of the more insane Nicolas Cage movies that he made. During his whole paying for his tax shit period. So that's going to be interesting. And we're also going to have our holiday episode, which we do with Victims and Villains every year. We're going to be talking about the Stanley Kubrick classic Eyes Wide Shut, starring Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, who were married at the time. So that's going to be all kinds of interesting. Right, Robert?
Oh, yeah.
I showed you the trailer for that not too long ago, right?
Yeah, I've seen the beginning of that. I just cut it off before.
It's a really cool movie, and it's interesting how Christmas is utilized kind of as a backdrop for all this crazy shit in this movie. So that's going to be all kinds of interesting. And I think we might do a director's cut Christmas episode. I think we're going to do some more of the Adult Swim holiday episodes. Maybe get into some of the Rick and Morty Christmas episodes and some of the Futurama stuff, maybe. But yeah, look for all of that. And then after the first of the year, I think we should be getting into the Indiana Jones trilogy. So yeah, look for all of that. But yeah, anyway, with all of the plugs out of the way, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Frank, once again, thank you for joining us on this episode. Sorry you had to endure this movie.
No, it's on my. It was on my to-do list. It is on my done list now, so I'm good. Yeah.
Excellent. But yeah, honestly, don't sleep on some of the other Neil Breen movies. Yeah. It's like they are hilarious in so many ways. They really are. And it's worth it to support a indie filmmaker one way or the other. So, but yeah, thank you once again for joining us. And with that in the bag, I'm Bo Maddox.
I'm Robert Ortegon.
I'm the AI humanoid twin brother of Ashley Chancellor.
And how do you follow that up? That's so good. I'm Frank, and I wish I had that line that Ash just said because it was perfect.
Absolutely. And this is Collateral Cinema, progressive, virtual, AI, reality, multitasking, intensive to the 70th millimeter. See you later, folks.
All right. Bye, guys.
Collateral Cinema is a Collateral Media podcast. All music and movie clips are owned by the respective creators and are used for educational purposes only. Please don't sue us. We're poor.